We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace. You can learn so much more than you ever learned before. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. I'm Van. We are all the LFR family. Thank y'all so much for pulling up and clicking the play button. I really appreciate it. Please make sure you hit that like button. That's the only price of admission for our live streams, to simply hit the like button. Happy Memorial Day to you guys. Hopefully you are in great spirits. Hopefully you were able to give God some praise this morning. And all weekend, just for being, just for you being here, having another day to get it right, man. Please hit that like button. Let me know where you're watching this from. You're more than likely you're in the house, because a lot of us have the day off from work. All right. So make sure you celebrate the people that meant something from you, that have passed on, man. People who love this country, who have bled and died for us, man. For real. Good morning, everybody. What's up, Luke? Shane, Shoemaker, Nanny's taking the world. What's up? My family up in here. Hey, shout out to Treebeard out in Ireland. Just for being dope, for always being helpful. The guy is amazing. Shout out to Marla. Shout out to Sarah. Thomas Rowland, what's going on? Good morning, LFR family. Hope everyone is doing well and blessed. Yep, from Macon, Georgia. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Murfreesboro, is that how they go? Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Yeah, shout out to you guys, man. Hit that like button. Make sure you answer the poll as you enter. Make sure you answer the poll. I want to see on the poll how many of you guys actually adhere to the rules up in this bad boy. Good morning from Upper Marlboro, Maryland. Rita, I got a local up in the building. I feel good about that. Shout out to Rita up in Upper Marlboro, Maryland. That's where we raised our children, in Upper Marlboro, man. Yeah, that's where we raised our children. We bought our second home in Upper Marlboro. We bought our first in District Heights, Maryland, Flag Harbor Drive. And it was a little rough around that journey, but it was a beautiful home. The kids were smaller. It was town home. Our car was stolen around that joint and broken into a couple of times, but it was still an amazing, experience to raise our children around that bad boy. But shout out to Upper Marlboro, man. Yeah, it's good to see. I got locals supporting the channel, man. Shout out to Buffalo, New York, Cincinnati, Ohio. What's up, Liz and Janine? Who else? Jim Burks, Roy House. Before we move forward, man, I want to shout out a couple of my people. Shout out to everybody who shows up to the group calls for YouTube content creation. Thank you guys for believing in what we're doing. Y'all are absolutely phenomenal. We had an amazing call. What was it, on Friday? It was epic. It was different. We made some things happen. Shout out to Renee, Dirk, all of you guys, man. Y'all are absolutely phenomenal. Michelle, y'all are dope. And I also want to shout out specifically a couple of my newer people. Shout out to Dana out Florida. Shout out to Renee. All right. Shout out to Nene. And shout out to also who else? Yeah, hit that like button, guys. I ain't gonna start naming too many people, because people are gonna be pissed off if I miss them, and I don't want that smoke this morning. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I was sleeping so well this morning, didn't have anywhere to go. My wife didn't have to get up and go to work today. We snuggled up. It's so comfy and cozy. And I said, you know what? I want to do the morning show this morning. I want to see my people. So we are here. So shout out to you guys. I got out the bed Got myself washed up and everything. I was able to wash my locks today. I mean, this weekend, yesterday, I washed my locks because I went over my. Let me tell y'all something. I was over my mother-in-law's house yesterday. I went over there to cut down her bushes. She got two really big bushes on the side of her steps, and she lives in a hood, Minnesota Avenue, Southeast. Man, they start shooting around that joint. Right there is the corner store. Like you can stand on her porch and see the corner store right there. There's a whole bunch of youngins that's always hanging out at that corner store. It was a beautiful day yesterday. So her whole neighborhood are outside. Everybody's outside. The young people, the younger people, the kids, their kids, everybody's outside enjoying the day. And I'm out there cutting the bushes. My mother-in-law standing up on her steps. And sure enough, 9 gunshots go off right there at the corner store. And guess I'm all looking. I'm like, I'm looking around. Reason why I'm looking around is because I'm like, none of the people are panicked. Nobody cares. Like that, pop, 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 like this going off, pop, 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 like just going off. And I'm looking, and I look across the street at all the people hanging out, drinking their drinks, smoking their little smoke, and ain't nobody budge. I looked at my mother-in-law. I said, how come ain't nobody moving? How come don't nobody seem like they scared or ducking for bullets or nothing? Like I'm just looking down the street just to make sure that the gunshots ain't coming toward us. And nobody cared. And my mother-in-law was like, well, they're used to it. I said, man, we got to get you up out of this joint. This is crazy. This is crazy. I was over there for like another hour and a half, cutting grass and just cleaning up around her house because her husband passed away about 4 or 5 months ago. RIP to Carlos, a really good brother, man. He done so much for our family. He did so much for her. And we thoroughly miss that brother, man. But you know what I mean, the men in her life have to take over for certain things that he used to do, that we can do anyway. So, but yeah, man, that was wild. That was wild. All right, yeah, make sure y'all hit that like button, gang. Thank y'all so much for everything. Hey, D Brant, get out of here. Get out of here. See, this is what I'm talking about. You see this? You see this super sticker? My people love me, man. My people love me. Yeah. Don't be a content creator looking at me like, man, I don't know why they like you so much. They like me because I show myself friendly. That's it. You know, they can see the God in me. Sometimes people just need to see the God in you. You know what I mean? I see the God in them. They see the God in me. We move forward and we try to daggone put light in this dark world that we're in. Also, guys, thank y'all so much for the super chats. I really appreciate it. And for anybody that's thinking about getting into content creation, do not spend any money on any courses, on any coaching, or any of that. All right. My number one priority. I mean, if you spend some money on any courses, and this is the hypocritical thing about it, get my course, okay? Get my course. But I'm just here to tell y'all. So I spent 5 years doing YouTube full time, and I spent a whole lot of money on courses, coaching, softwares, computers, lights, and all this other stuff. And I'm trying to save people a whole lot of money while doing so. So make sure you reach out to me. It's the very first link inside the description if you want to get the YouTube course. And if you want to hear anything about the VIP services where we provide white glove, like high class services, please reach out to me with VIP. All right. Now I'll break that down to you. Thank you so much for the super chat and the super sticker, D Brant. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Who else we got? Phil James. God bless from Moscow, PA. Wow. Hope all is good. All is well. Good vibes. All is definitely well, Phil. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate you, brother. Also, I want to give a special shout out to my wife's side of the family, to Kim, Boo, Antoine, Kenya, Daphne, Dern, my lovely wife, my daughter Gravy, and Josh. We had an amazing time at Hershey Park on Saturday. We went down that bad boy on Saturday morning, and we was out there until like 8 o'clock at night. We celebrated Memorial Day there. You know, I mean, it was the day before, but we celebrated Memorial Day there. Well, today is technically Memorial Day, but yeah, we had an amazing time with family. It was a bunch of us out there. She ran into one of her coworkers and her coworkers' family. They taking pictures. Everything was good. It kept raining. It wasn't the warmest day out Pennsylvania, but it was still nice. It was like 65 degrees or something like that. And we didn't get on any water rides, but we definitely got on some roller coasters. My baby girl got probably on all of the roller coasters with Josh, and it was just dope. It was just dope, man. Just celebrating Memorial Day together as a family. And we didn't do too much after that, man. This weekend, we were just pretty much chilling. And I used yesterday to spend with my wife, watching movies and stuff, and my mother-in-law. Obviously, I went over there to help her out and was over there for a few hours just taking care of things outside. And things were good, man. Hopefully you guys had a blessed Memorial Day weekend as well. All right, let's go and jump into it, man. Let's get into it. Let's start some sugar honey iced tea. Yeah. Yeah, let's start some sugar honey iced tea. We about to get into it. Let's do it. Hold on, let me blow my nose. All right, let's go. If anybody know a word of prayer, please, whenever you go to sleep, before you go to sleep at night, please make sure you give you send up a prayer for all those who are less fortunate, people who don't have a roof over their heads, people who don't have a car to drive, people who don't know where their next meal is coming from, people who don't have support, a support system, people who don't have someone who tell them that they love them on a daily basis, someone that can smile at them and just show some support to them, because there's a bunch of us out here who are just lonely and don't have anybody. So if you know God, if you know a word of prayer, please make sure that when you pray for yourself and you pray for your family who have all of these blessings, please make sure that you pray for people who do not. Sometimes we believe that the only way we can give back to people is by handing them $1 or passing out a sandwich. Well, prayer is just as powerful. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you, because we battle against spirits in dark places, and we can't, that dollar that we give to people won't do anything for that. That sandwich that we give to people won't do anything for that. So we got to make sure we pray over people's lives, man. Make sure we pray over people's lives for real. And that's if you have a relationship with God. If you don't have a relationship with God, don't be sending up them false prayers for me. You can keep you. And I'm not trying to be mean, but do not pray for me if you don't have a relationship with God, please. If you do have a relationship with God, then pray for me and everybody else, man. That's the best way to get to it. All right. All right, let's go and jump into it. Shout out to Shoemaker, Nanny's Taking the World. Sugar Shane, Renee, what's going on, Renee? Shout out to Rick. All right. And trolls, please don't start no stuff today. They celebrated George Floyd a lot this weekend. George Floyd, apparently he will be 51 years old this Memorial weekend, and everybody was celebrating him. Putting you know what I mean? I'm literally celebrating them, lighting candles, all that other stuff. So with that being said, I just wanted to say I did not celebrate George Floyd. I will not celebrate George Floyd. It's unfortunate that that situation went off that way, but I don't know why people are celebrating George Floyd as if he did something positive for society before any of this happened, or if he was on his way to doing something positive for society before that happened 5 years ago. Y'all know what we're talking about. It's unfortunate that these things occur, but unfortunately, like I tell my children all the time, when we make our bed, we got to lay in it, right? When we make our bed, we got to lay in it. And God rest his soul, but to waste our time and to waste the Memorial Day weekend, like that's a slap in the face to everybody who deserve to be celebrated on Memorial Day. You celebrate George Floyd. That is disrespectful. It's extremely disrespectful. I ran across this one video that I want to share with you guys about George Floyd, man, and just to, I had some other things to discuss with you guys about this, but the whole toxicology report and other things like that. But I'm not going to share that. I think that's foolish. But there's one lady, she posted something. Her name is Maddie DeVera. I think what she's saying is pretty good. So I want to share this with you guys. As content creators, and this is why I do this too. As content creators, as a bigger content creator with 1 million subscribers, I like to platform other people who um, who are up and coming, doing their thing. She has 2.8 thousand subscribers right now, followers on. Let me go ahead and follow her right now. By the way, on X, and she put this video out, and I ran across it, and I wanted to share with you guys because she puts it out there of what she think about celebrating George Floyd during Memorial Day weekend. Is just disrespectful, man. Please let me know in the comments if you think that it's disrespectful, or you think that it's cool, like he should be celebrated during Memorial Day weekend. I mean, people are remembering him, I guess. So you know what I mean? But yeah, let me know what y'all think. Hit the like button, gang. Let's go and get into it. Here we go.
In commemoration of Memorial Day, let us take the time to honor our fallen soldiers, those that fought and died to save our country and to protect our citizens and who fought for our country. This is their day and they deserve to be honored. Now, I know that George Floyd's memorial is coming up on the 25th of May. Please, for the love of God, we do not need to be sharing the same platform to honor George Floyd and our fallen soldiers. I think it's a great disservice and it's utter disrespectful and an insult to even think about celebrating the two, because never the twain shall meet. Now, it's not to say that y'all can't celebrate George Floyd. If you want to do that on your own accord, but don't mix them on the same day. That's just a grave insult if you guys do that. This is a day to celebrate our fallen soldiers. It's not a day to celebrate a fallen, felonious fentanyl junkie who pistol whipped a pregnant woman and the left are using to push a propaganda, a divide and conquer one at that, and have propped him up as some heroic martyr. Let's not do that. Happy Memorial Day.
Y'all hear that, right? This is for
In
fallen soldiers,
commemoration
man.
of Memorial Day, let us take the time
This
to
is for celebrating fallen soldiers, our veterans, and to give honor to them for doing something that most of us are not brave enough to do. When I was in high school, coming up in Southeast, I did not have any respect for the military whatsoever. I didn't care for the country that much either. You know what I mean? We brought up to believe what we believe, and believing that America had our backs was something that we were taught not to believe. All right. We was taught that Dr. King had our backs, and Malcolm X and Jesse Jackson had our backs, and Al Sharpton had our backs, those type of things. But we was taught that this country did not. So I didn't celebrate fallen soldiers until I started to get older and understand what they represented. I started working for Department of Defense, and they were showing so much reverence to military a lot, and I started to understand a lot more why anyone who fought for our military, anyone who's in our military, why they mean so much to us in our country. They protect us from foreign and domestic terrorists. They make sure that we're good. They make sure that we're prepared. All right. And that means a lot to us. And a lot of you, please let me know in the chat, just with a thumbs up, if you, or thumbs up or 100 or something, if you have a family member who was military, who is military, and if you thoroughly love them and you celebrate them on Memorial Day. I can just only imagine that people honoring George Floyd the same way that they will honor your family members will be disrespectful. All right. We're not going to hang on that. We're not going to hang our hats on that. We're not going to stay there for too long. But I just wanted to cover that because I think it's important that we do indeed honor those people who deserve to be honored. And George Floyd, unfortunately, I have to say unfortunately, because there's some people out there for political reasons who just want to honor him regardless. That's just how they are. All right. So, yeah. All right, let's move on to some of our freedom fighters. I know this joint, some people say this joint is fake. I don't think it's fake. I think it's absolutely 1000% real. Also, we're going to talk about Jasmine Crockett, who said that she wants to lead some things coming up. But did y'all see this right here? You got to see this. Let me know what y'all think in the comments about this. And brutal honesty only. Let's get to it. Happy Memorial Day to everybody.
Congresswoman, you are now facing a federal charge, though. Are you afraid of what's going to transpire now?
You fight on, you fight on, you fight on, you fight on. When your government is doing you wrong, you fight on, oh, you fight on.
Congresswoman, you are now facing a federal charge, though. Are you afraid of what's going to transpire now?
You fight on, you fight on, you fight on, you fight on. When your government is doing you wrong, you fight on, oh, you fight on.
Congresswoman, you are now facing a federal charge, though. Are you afraid of what's going to transpire now?
You fight on, you fight on.
Now, only reason why that's so funny to me is because that's the type of sugar honey iced tea that we do, man. We are so daggone foolish, bro. We would ignore things that are really important to society, important to our country, important to this nation, important to ourselves, our lives, our walk with Christ, everything. Just so we can stand up on a civil rights soapbox and sing silly songs and still represent things that continuously tear down our country. I don't get it. Like, that's what we do. We will continuously represent things that destroy our children, destroy our nation, destroy schools, everything you could think about. But at every single opportunity, we want to start singing got daggone civil rights songs. We fight on, we fight on, we fight on, we fight on. That's the way to stick it to the man. You got to sing a civil rights song. Hold your fist in the air. When your government is doing you wrong, we fight on. That's the way to stick it to the man. By singing the goddamn civil rights song. Y'all know that's true. You know it's true. Ooh, 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 I love you. Don't you know it's true? I don't know who sung that song. I think that was Milli Vanilli. Was that Milli Vanilli? If it was Milli Vanilli, then it was not them singing the song because we already know that they didn't sing songs. They act like they were singing songs. You know what I'm talking about? I thought that was hilarious. All right, so now we got some Jasmine Crockett. So Jasmine Crockett said that when the Democrats take the House next year, wishful thinking, when the Democrats take the House next year, she's going to lead the Oversight Committee so she can investigate Trump and ask the questions that needs to be asked. That's kind of racist. I don't know why somebody wrote that right there. Y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments, guys. Go ahead and hit that like button if you have not already. Y'all are absolutely dope, and happy Memorial Day to you all.
After the midterms next year, the House and or Senate, do you think they're going to push for investigations into Trump's family and the whole crypto acquisitions that he is getting?
Well, Alex, I'm glad you asked.
Oh, here we go.
Listen, so long as we end up taking the House, which I fully anticipate that we will do, and we are going to work hard to obviously help our Senate colleagues as well, then as someone who serves on the Oversight Committee and hopes to lead the Oversight Committee, I can guarantee you that we will do what we are supposed to do as constitutionally sworn members of the House, which means that we will conduct oversight. That means that we will investigate. We will look at whether or not this president himself has violated the emoluments clause as it relates to, say, such things as getting a $400 million plane from the Qataris. We also will make sure that we're looking into all these business deals that they have going on. I mean, think about it this way, Alex, they were going after Hunter because he sat on a board. Think about how much money they are raking in, whether we're talking about the next golf resort that they're setting up in Qatar, or whether we're talking about them leveling Gaza, as they've talked about, and talked about how it would be great beachfront property, whether we're talking about this crypto scam, the scam that people didn't even want to walk into and show their faces. Let me tell you, there is no shortage of things for us to dig into and determine whether or not there have been not only violations of the law, but definitely violations of our Constitution as a whole.
Did you make a little news here? Didn't you say you hope to lead that committee?
I absolutely do. Unfortunately, we are going to lay our dear colleague, Jerry Conley, to rest here on Tuesday. And there will have to be an election to determine who is going to lead the Oversight Committee. And ultimately, I am hoping and praying that my colleagues see that I can provide what we need as a team to make sure that we can move forward and instill some confidence in the American people by knowing that they have a real fighter who will not back down, even in the face of all the threats that I will have waged at me. Because Lord knows I get death threats every single day. But at the end of the day, I truly believe that God will never leave my side. And so I will fight fearlessly and ferociously for the American people.
I think it's absolutely hilarious that this lady is talking about investigating someone. You guys don't come on. She said they're investigating Hunter Biden simply because he was on a board. That's not why they're investigating Hunter Biden. That's not the only reason why. You haven't seen all of the receipts that Byron Donalds had put forth about the Biden crime family? You might want to look into it. It's like when we know that we have a rapist in our family, when we know that we have somebody who's touching all of the nieces and the daughters in the family, but we don't want to talk about them. We just want to ignore them. Just stay away from them. Don't go talk to Uncle. Don't go talk to Uncle Lewis. You stay off of his lap because we know what he's done to this, and this. No, you guys completely ignored every single thing that was being done dirty on the left for the last 4+ years. And now you want to investigate because Trump is investigating you all. Nah, that's not how this works. That's not how this works. They're also investigating your finances. That's what they're investigating. I do love the fact, though, that it looked like she went swimming. It looked like she went swimming a little bit. Check this out. So her weave is a lot more silky today. A lot more silky. Look at that silky weave. That thing looked juicy. That thing looked juicy. Look how juicy that thing looked. Looked like it got some Diddy oil on it. Looked like you combed that bad boy with some Diddy oil. Huh? Did you? I'm not one to talk about people weave. But at the end of the day, Jasmine Crockett, keep on fighting a good fight, young lady. You're doing an amazing job. And I wish you all the success in the world. But I do also hope you start thinking objectively, that you stop being locked in just step for step with your party and not thinking for yourself. You were raised by a good family. You're not hood at all, not one bit. I'm sure they taught you to think for yourself. Hopefully you start. It's not too late for you. If you look on President Trump's cabinet, this brother, not only was he not a Republican, but most of the people that work for him used to be Democrats too, or something other than Republican or conservative. is because they were thinking for themselves. They were fighting for themselves. Please don't be one of them politicians that fight for everything that's Democrat and to fight against everything that's conservative. Please don't do that. You're still young with relation to the other politicians that's out there. You're like, what, 43, 44, something like that? And you have time. You have time to correct things that are in Washington. You have time to do some great things. Please don't let them lock you into the BS that they've been locked into for so long. If you want to be like a Maxine Waters, then feel free. You're also going to end up looking like her. Only reason why her face looked like that is because all of the sugar honey iced tea she had to eat in order to stay in that same lane. When you look at her, she just looked mad and like she smells something. That's going to be you in like 30 years. So go ahead and you can correct this, young lady. I promise you. The LFR family, all of our people, we're praying over you. We hope that you decide to take the right way. You know what I mean? But as long as you continue to let them pad your pockets and you just look the other way and only fight for them because they're putting money in your pocket, that's not going to lead you the right way, young lady. And I'm praying for you. I want you to do well. I'm so serious, man. A lot of people are like, why do you care if she do well or not? That's just how I am. That's my heart, bro. That's my heart. I actually want her. I want this young lady to do well. I do. Am I wrong for that? I really want Jasmine Crockett to do well. I want her to figure it out on herself, on her own, that the party that she's caping for right now is not the right party to be on right now. It's not the right side. They lie about everything. That's what they do. And then they claim that Trump's the liar, but come on now. We've seen what has happened. So I pray that you get it together, young lady. I pray you get it together. You do some phenomenal things in Washington, but the side you're on right now is leading you. It's not going to serve your career well at all, in my opinion. In my opinion. They're using you, sweetheart. They're using you as the hood black voice who got a little bit of clout to say and do whatever they won't say and do. They believe that you can get a point across that they can't. They're using you, young lady. They're using you. Okay. Okay, you're not going to listen to me, so I'm going to stop talking. You're clearly not going to listen to me. Thank you so much for the super chat, Luke. Too early to be laughing that hard. Much love to you, brother. Shout out to Hydroman 5002. I find it funny that many presidents have gotten gifts from other countries. They won't say anything about that, but it's wrong when Trump gets it. It's wrong when Trump smiles. It's wrong when Trump pray. It's wrong when Trump say that he appreciates this country, he loved this nation. It's wrong when Trump walks onto the stage to a song singing about America, proud to be an American. It's wrong. People feel bad when he walk into a daggone arena where the song that's blasting through the speakers is a song that's pro-American. It's wrong when he do that. Why? Because they want him to be singing about Palestine. They want him to be singing about Ukraine. They want him to be singing about gay pride. They want him to be singing about anything other than the goodness of our nation. That's it. And you know what makes him even more mad? What makes him even more mad is that he's breathing. What makes him madder than that is that he have a loving family behind him. What makes him madder than that is that his loving family that's behind him are successful in their own right. They pull their own weight. Everything positive about Trump, they hate because it just shines a spotlight on everything that they're not doing. Until Jasmine Crockett can get a family of her own, she can't say anything about Trump. Trump has done it immaculately. If you look at the family, that's how you can tell somebody. You can tell somebody by their fruits. Judge a man by his fruits. How come nobody's judging Trump by his fruits? Look at his pocketbook, his bank account. You want to judge him by that? Nope, because he started out with a silver spoon in his mouth. Okay, how about this? He created his own family. How is his family doing? Huh? How is his family doing? Judge a man by his fruits. What fruits have Jasmine Crockett brought forth? Okay, let's talk about Biden. Let's talk about his fruits. You don't want to talk about Biden's fruits? Let's talk about Kamala's fruits. You don't want to talk about Kamala's fruits? Let's talk about JD Vance's fruits. How about that? Oh, you don't want to talk about that either? Too positive. They're just haters. They're haters. And I ain't got no room in my life for no damn hater. If you're not here to help me do some great things and you want to be a part of it, then I ain't got no time for you. Sorry. Thank you, Hydro Man, for the love. I really appreciate it. Shout out to my uncle, Sergeant William Davis Lewis, whose plane was shot down on a mountainside in Papua, New Guinea in World War II, 1942. Papua, New Guinea. I don't know how you say that. Sorry for butchering it. Home of the free because of the brave. Shout out to your uncle, man. Shout out to your uncle, Sergeant William Davis Lewis. And thank you to him and your family for his service, man. Happy Memorial Day to you and your family. And happy Memorial Day to all of you and your families, for sure. If y'all got somebody in your families that have fought in the war, that have served or that's serving right now, please do me a favor and put their name inside of the chat. That would be so dope, man. Just so people can see that you still honor your family, man. If you ain't got nobody, don't feel pressured. Don't feel pressured. You don't have to participate in that. I'm just saying, if you want to, feel free to put that in there. I think that's so dope. And thank you so much for the super chat and for letting us know. And listen, and Nanny's Take on the World, they just now got some great news that they actually found her long lost family members plane that they didn't find a long time ago. They was looking for it. They could not find them. And then they actually just now found them just recently, which is absolutely dope. So much love to Nanny. Michelle is one of the coolest people in the world, for real. She really is. All right, guys, let's move on to our next story. And we got some other ones to discuss too, but I'm going to try not to get everything all bogged down today. All right, let's talk about some hypocrisies with regard to President Biden versus President Trump. So check this out, y'all. Let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments. Thank you again, guys, for pulling up. Happy Memorial Day to you guys. This is a Memorial Day special. I am Van, and this is the Morning Vantage. This is dope, man. Episode 31. Let's get it. Check this out.
The president said today that he was sent here to look out for these working and middle-class families who are strained right now. So what should they read into him leaving now at this time of great personal financial hardship for so many to go to Nantucket for the week?
Well, first I would say, Peter, that I hope you're spending time with your family. I'm spending time with my family, and hope everybody in here is spending time with their families. This is a time to put politics aside, spend time with your loved ones, and talk about what you're grateful for. I will also tell you from spending some time working for this president and a past president that you are president no matter where you are. He will conduct his work from wherever he is, on any vacation, on any time he is in Delaware, at Camp David, or wherever he may be spending time with his loved ones. He has secure phone capabilities. He has staff traveling with him. And I think the American people can be assured that he will continue to press to lower their costs and ensure they have more breathing room.
First, I want to take a moment, though, to talk about a bit about something important. And that's something hopefully you're all experiencing right now, personal time. Hopefully this holiday weekend, you're able to take some of your own personal time to reflect or be with family or friends or barbecuing or going to the pool or whatever you may be doing. If you have kids like me, personal time is very hard to come by. I certainly cherish it. However, there is at least one person who is generally not afforded the privilege of personal time. And that person is the President of the United States, no matter who they are. And before you feel bad for any moment, this is what presidents sign up for, all of them. There are no on or off buttons for national crises or the all-encompassing responsibility of the presidency.
This is the BS I'm talking about. This is the BS I'm talking about. Paid shills. Paige Shields. I think the American people deserve more respect than this. I'm just keeping it a buck. The American people deserve way more respect than this. If you're in a position where you have a platform or you have a voice on a large platform that a majority of our country will hear, will see, then I think you should be held to a certain standard to tell the truth, to report the news, to report the truth, right? If in 2021, Peter Ducey asked you with his daggone mask on that wasn't doing a damn thing to prevent him from getting COVID, but we're not going to talk about that. But that was forced. They had to wear it. Yeah, I remember when we had to put on them daggone masks that didn't protect us from a damn thing but allergies. Only thing that stopped us from having this daggone big sneeze outbreaks from allergens in the air, pollen. It protects us from pollen. I wear one of those whenever I'm cutting the grass. But it protects us from nothing else because everything comes through that mask, even pollen. But if it was important to you to say what you said about everyone being able to enjoy holidays, including the president who is out in Delaware on a beach sunbathing, then I want you to have that same energy for our current president as well, because then it shows the blatant hypocrisy. And it's not a good look. It really isn't. I do know that a lot of y'all probably get on my, I get on some of y'all nerves from trying to be fair, or just try to say, look, if it's like this for one side, shouldn't it be like this for the other side? But then playing politics, it gets on my nerves. And it confuses a lot of individuals who think that they are true to what they do, that they are honorable, that people can trust them. They can't be trusted. They cannot be trusted. Whoever's paying the bills of the platform they're on, that's what they're going to report. Period. Oh, it was a big deal to you that a president should be able to enjoy his holiday just like any other American citizen when you were representing Biden when he was in office. But now that Trump's in office, oh, everybody should be able to enjoy their holiday, but one person. And the one person that should not be able to is the man who runs this place. The president should be here. I don't know where he is. Where is he? He's not here, so he's not being the president. Who's running the country? Huh? Can somebody tell me who's running the country? Because President Trump clearly ain't. He's on the beach. He's golfing some daggone where. He's golfing. He's at Mar-a-Lago. Oh, my God. Really? Then who's running this nation? Come on. All this is fake. It's foolish. And I'm glad that people are calling this bull sugar honey iced tea out. I really am. That's the only reason why I started really doing this mess. People was just pointing out all the hypocrisies. And I'm like, yo, this is nuts. This is absolutely nuts, man. I don't respect it. I don't respect them either. That it makes me respect them less and less every single time. Every single time. All right, so I came across this joint right here too. All right, so y'all know the judge that's currently in trouble for helping an illegal criminal, illegal alien escape the courthouse when they had agents, they had ICE agents there to get him. I want y'all to see this. It was so freaking smooth. It was so smooth, man. They had some undercover agents at the courthouse to come pick up the illegal, and she thought it was only two of them. She tried to pull the bait and switch. But then they had one guy, a third one. Man, this joint was like something out of the movies. It was beautiful. Let me show y'all this right here, man. Y'all might not have seen it, but I got to share it with y'all because this is absolutely dope. Also, happy Memorial Day to everybody who's pulling up. Make sure you hit that like button. Y'all are absolutely phenomenal. Y'all are loved and y'all are prayed for, okay? Please make sure that you send a prayer up for all of your loved ones today and for me and my family as well. I really appreciate it. If you have a relationship with God, send up a prayer for me. All right. Thank y'all so much, man. All right, check this out right here. This was beautiful. The third agent, I didn't even see him at first. I was like, man, wait a minute. There was a third agent. just sitting down chilling, and he got him. They must have knew that something was going to happen. They had to put their eyes on the target to make sure that they that he was there. They confirmed that the target was there, and they went after him. And what happened? They thought that they had that bait and switch. They was like, all right, go, you can leave now. And the third one was on his ass. Y'all check this joint out, man. This is absolutely beautiful. This is poetic right here. Hit that like button, gang.
He meets his attorney in the hallway and walks towards Circuit Court Judge Hannah Dugan's courtroom. Along the way, he passes plainclothes federal agents who are sitting on a bench. They are there to detain him. After Flores Ruiz walks by, the agents turn to each other and appear to confirm his identity amongst themselves. But a few moments later, Judge Dugan and another judge approach the agents sitting on the bench. A criminal complaint against Dugan later said she was alerted to their presence by a court official. That complaint says during this interaction, Dugan and the agents disagreed over the type of warrant they had to arrest Flores Ruiz. According to the complaint, Dugan ordered the agents to go to the chief judge's office. Video shows her pointing them through a double door. She then turns back to speak with other agents further down the hall and orders them through the doors as well. Shortly after that, with the agents gone from the hallway, Eduardo Flores Ruiz and his attorney exit into the hallway through a different door. As they walk down the hall toward the elevators, they pass another plainclothes federal agent. Neither they nor Judge Dugan seem to have noticed at the time. That agent motions to another to follow Flores Ruiz.
Y'all see how smooth that was? Did y'all see how smooth that was? Let me just back this up just a couple of seconds. Because when this brother was just chilling. This brother was just chilling. It's like something off the movies, something off of a Netflix series, man. This brother was just checking some text. Don't mind me. I'm not an agent. I'm just a regular man checking text. No, I'm not. I'm an agent. He was like, no, I'm not. I'm an agent. And he went and got him. Watch this, man.
Another plainclothes federal agent. Neither they nor Judge Dugan seem to have noticed at the time. That agent motions to another to follow Flores Ruiz. Security video shows Flores Ruiz exiting through a basement exit. Upstairs on the 6th floor, the other agents have left the chief judge's office and worked their way downstairs. Flores Ruiz left the building onto 9th Street. Videos of the street shows the agents catching up to him. Flores Ruiz runs across 10th Street while trying to get away, but the agents catch him and arrest him.
That's right where he get. That's what I'm talking about. Did somebody arrest that big old, I don't want to call her big. That's not nice. Did somebody arrest that judge? Somebody need to arrest the daggone judge. I do know she's under investigation, but she need to be clank. She need to be locked up. I'm sorry. She need to be locked up, right? With them men who escaped the daggone prison in New Orleans. She need to be arrested with them. She need to be locked up. You don't do this. Your job is to make sure that the law, like that you hand down the law, period. Not that you protect people from the law. That's not how they go. You can't do both. Stop thinking you're so powerful where you can make decisions one day that I'm handing down the law as the court. I mean, as the judge. You got the highest office in the building. The highest office in the building. You're doing things that somebody who's new to the game would do. You're doing things that people who don't care about their freedom, their own freedom, would do. You're doing things that people who don't have a family would do. Because people who don't have a family only think about themselves, and not saying that if you don't have a family and that you're selfish, but you do think about yourself. Who else you gonna think about, right? But that was just dumb as hell, and she definitely should be held accountable for that. If she's not locked up for that, I'm going to be pissed. I'm so serious. If she gets off from this right here, I'm going to be pissed because it's going to tell me something. It's going to tell me that certain people are definitely protected. And I know that people are protected. Hunter Biden ain't in a jail cell. A lot of people from the Biden administration aren't in jail cells. So they tell me that people are protected. But this right here is blatant, man. It's on camera. How can you get away from this? So she need to be held accountable for this, for sure. Let me go and read some of these super chats, man. Y'all are dope, for real. Thank you for helping me think outside the box. Van, you're such a good man. Hey, that rhymes. Yes, it does. That's bars. And thank you so much for thinking I'm a good man. I'm going to forward this to my wife so that she can now see that I'm a good man. And hopefully she let me get a little something, something. Little something, something. When I send her this super chat that you just now put up here, and I say, look, babe, I'm a good man. And she gonna say, okay, then you can get you a little something, something. You know what I'm talking about? Thank you so much, Mama Goose. Pineapple, still pushing for the hood tour I mentioned the other day. We'll pull up like it's a block party. Happy Memorial Day. Still pushing for the hood tour. My gracious. Pineapple, man, keep on pushing for it. Make it happen. Get her done, and we'll be a part of it, man. Thank you so much for the super chat. You know what I'm talking about? Nah, my wife does not watch this. It's like, all right, so let me tell y'all something. This is how I go, right? My wife don't watch my shows. Okay? It's like, do you watch MSNBC? Do you watch CNN? I mean, for entertainment purposes. Well, my wife knows what I represent, and she knows what I report on, and it doesn't really turn her on to have me speaking about the same things that she goes out of her way to duck and dodge. Like most people who are liberals, they don't go out of their way to seek conservative news or politics or any of that. That's just how that works. That's just how that works. And I don't ask her to, and I don't want her to do anything that she don't want to do. You know what I mean? But in our conversations, that's when I give her some of the information that I'm privy to. She gives me some of the information that she's privy to. I look into the things and that she gives me. She looks into the things that I give her, and that's it. But people don't go out of their way to look into something that's opposite of their algorithm. That's how algorithms are created. But you all know that because you all have your own algorithm. When you go onto Instagram or you go onto Facebook or X, the things that are shown to you are not shown to everybody. People who are liberals, they don't see the same content that you see. So that's why when we're like, what do you mean? We have an argument and we're trying to give them facts that we are very much aware of, that we're hip to, but they're not, because the type of stuff that they get comes from their echo chamber. You know what I mean? The things that feed them the information that constantly let them know that they're on the right side of history or that they're on the right side of politics. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but that's how that go. It is what it is. It is what it is. Raymond E. Knight, U.S. Air Force. Shout out to Raymond E. Knight, man. Shout out to Raymond E. Knight of the U.S. Air Force. Shout out to all of your family members, your friends and relatives, and everybody that you love, who you're honoring this Memorial Day. Yeah, shout out to all these people that you're honoring this Memorial Day, for sure. Let me see, Hydro Man. Wisconsin is a Democratic state, so it wouldn't shock me if she gets a slap on the hand. Damn that, man. Damn that slap on the hand stuff. I'm not with that slap on the hand stuff. She need a daggone be dealt with. She need to be dealt with. For real. All right, so check this out right here. So President Trump honors a young lady's father dies while serving as an officer, right? President Trump honors her. I want y'all to see how she blatantly disrespects him, and people are celebrating this. I think this is so disrespectful, and if anybody, I wouldn't be opposed to. I mean, this is just me, but y'all can let me know if you're with it too, and make sure y'all answer the poll if y'all haven't already. I wouldn't be opposed to if somebody's walking around repping another country in our country, that we get them up out of here and we send them to that country. I think if you walking down the street and you all happy talking about free Palestine, F the U.S. Okay, then guess what we're going to do? We're going to go ahead and get you over there to Palestine. That's what we're going to do. Watch this right here, man. This joint right here shocked me when I saw it. And then we're going to get to the news. and blow y'all minds. Hit that like button, guys. I am Van, and this is the Morning Vantage.
Woman is going viral because she was forced to accept an award from Donald Trump, and she's very clearly does not want to be there. But then she put out a statement that's honestly amazing. Let's just watch. I literally just landed back home and I got a text from my friend that was like, "You're going viral." And I was like, God, no. To cover some points, I'm not a cop, not a Republican. I was there. I received that medal because my dad died line of duty along with 2 other officers alongside him last year in Palm Beach, it was a huge news story. That's also why Trump was so involved, because it was in Palm Beach. And yeah, free Palestine.
So just to recap, guys, this ungrateful heifer, this idiot female dog, stood next to men who honored her father, fought next to her father, served with her father, and her father died while doing his job. Our president honors him, and you got an issue with him for honoring your father. You got an attitude the whole time talking about, I didn't want to be there. President Trump just wanted to honor my father, and I didn't want to be there. I didn't care about that. This is about your father. This ain't about you, little snotty-nosed little girl. I don't like people like this, man. Your father went to work for you and your family. This is what your father did. He passed away in the line of duty, and you don't want to honor him? You're there like you're being forced to do it? Nobody put no gun in your head. You didn't have to be there. And then I hear from my friends that I'm going viral because I didn't want to be there, and clearly I didn't. The president is trying to be nice to me, but I don't like him. So I'm not going to allow him to be nice to me. Whatever happened to just being a human being? Even if you don't support Donald Trump, even if you didn't vote for him, you don't believe the things that he believes in. That don't mean that you don't have to show respect. That don't mean that you don't have to honor your dad. The president said, I am proud of you. Good job. Like he proud of you for what? He's just proud of you for this being there, standing there for your father, standing there for your just to accept the award for your dad passing away, your dad serving. You ain't do nothing. The president was just trying to be nice to you. And then she's gonna say free Palestine. You know what? Get her ass about it. One-way ticket to Palestine. Free Palestine. Yeah, go. You up out of here. This right here, I don't like. I don't like ungrateful people. I don't like this at all. Please let me know what y'all think about her in the comments. Brutal honesty only. Let me know if I'm wrong. Let me know if I'm just Van. I usually agree with you, but this time, brother, you're wrong, man. She has a right to not like being there. She has a right to want to represent Palestine while her dad more than likely loved this country, fought for this country. Come on now. That's ridiculous, bro. My father is being honored. My dad is being honored because he died while serving. He died in the line of duty. He out there trying to protect people and make sure other families come home safely. And he ends up not coming home safely. And I'm out there with an attitude like, when is this over? Please don't talk to me, Mr. President. Don't look at me. I did not vote for you. Free Palestine. I don't like this country. I don't like you. Please don't look at me. Don't breathe on me. Don't put your arm on me. Move. I'm gonna keep on moving away. Please don't. I swear to goodness, I don't like people like this, man. And guess what? This just shows all of the complaining and bitching that people do about this country. They will never leave. They will only leave to go on vacation. You will never go vacation in Palestine. You ain't even got to go live there. Will you go vacation in Palestine? I think that the people should have to go on a paid vacation. We should send them on a paid vacation for a month to Palestine. Since you want to free them so much, why don't you go hang out with them for a little bit? Go see how life is over there. We'll pay for it. We will pay for it. How many of y'all think that's a good idea, man? Not just because you can't just deport Americans, but how wouldn't it be nice if we could just send them over there for a couple of months? Okay, free Palestine. Go over there for 2 months. You can't come back until your 2 months is done. You want to free them so much? Hey, go ahead. Ungrateful bastards. Won't go nowhere else because you love this country so much, but love to cape for other countries. Isn't that why? That's why Trump was actually voted into office again for the second time. Technically the third time, but for the second time. Because all of these Americans hate our country. And it's sad. It's horrendous, man. It's sad. For real, it's sad. Excuse me, I got to blow my nose again. Oh, rat bastard. Oh, dirty bastard. I don't like when people do that, man. She's standing right next to the president who's honoring your dad, and you got a nerve to say free Palestine. I don't want him touching me. I don't want you talking to me. Got an attitude, a whole attitude. You should have stayed your little dirty ass home. Don't make no daggone sense, man. People get on my nerves, bro. Send them to Palestine and make sure they have a and make sure they got a rainbow flag. You go into Palestine and you got a rainbow flag. I'm sure they will love it if it's only for a day. No, they won't. They don't want to go. You will have to force them to go. No, you going. You and your whole family. You and your 4 kids and your little. I bet she got a black husband. I bet she got a black boyfriend. She got a black boyfriend. She ain't got no black husband, but she got a black boyfriend. She definitely got a black boyfriend. Oh, idiot. She's an idiot, bro. Make no damn sense, bro. Just stand beside. If anything, honor your dad by being honorable. That's it. That's it. I would want my daughters or my sons to honor me by simply being honorable. Is that okay? Even if you don't like the president, this is an opportunity of a lifetime. Nobody else is that close to the daggone president. Do you know how many people would like to shake his hand, would like to just say something to him, even if they like him or not? Honor your dad by being honorable. It's that damn simple, bro. All right, now let's get into what the left are talking about. The left are saying that where is this? Where's the story? Where's the story? 1 second. Let me find it. Hold on 1 second, guys. Hold on 1 second. Because Jake Tapper and Mike Johnson had a bit of a conversation, and everybody is all on that. All right, so let me go ahead and get this. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Right here. Boom. All right. Is this the one? No, this isn't the one. Because everybody's saying that he's lying. All right, so check this out right here. Y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments. This is the type of stuff that's going all around the internet right now. It's about Mike Johnson. It's about Trump's big, beautiful bill. This is from a Democrat, and then I'm going to show you a conversation that Mike Johnson has with Jake Tapper.
When the Bible talks about taking the Lord's name in vain, it's not talking about curse words. It's talking about this. To pray in the name of God for a bill that does harm to the most vulnerable in our society is nothing short of an abomination.
Now, remember, these are people.
When the Bible talks about taking.
These are people who were fighting for the border bill. And now they're going after the big, beautiful bill because they're saying that Medicaid is being harmed and attacked. And they're trying whatever they possibly can to throw some sugar honey iced tea on this bill because Trump made it. If Biden would have made it, oh, we want to fight for it. It's the border bill. It's the border bill. The border bill is going to save everything. But check this out right here. So Mike Johnson says, and this is from him. He said, let me be clear. We are not cutting Medicaid. We are strengthening the program for the American citizens who need and deserve it. As President Trump said, we are eliminating waste, fraud, and abuse by stopping 1.4 million illegal aliens from stealing coverage and 4.8 million adults who are able to work but refuse to from gaming the system. A lot of people are gaming the system. We have to preserve resources for America's most vulnerable, like pregnant women, single parents, low-income seniors, and the disabled. But because Trump is the one leading this, they don't like it. And they're trying to find whatever they possibly can so that people could be pissed off about it and not support it. This is just who they are. This is what they do. And it's unfortunate because we can never get to a place where we're walking hand in hand, shoulder to shoulder with each other, trying to help one another because they want there to be a divide. It's like they can't do anything without us being divided. Check this out right here, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. And if you have more information on Medicaid and everything than I do, please let me know. If you're on the other side and you believe that we're pooping all over Medicaid and we're doing a disservice to American citizens through this bill, let me know that too. I'm here to learn. I'm not here to push a right-wing agenda, a based agenda, a Trump agenda, none of that. I'm here simply for the truth. If you have some of that, I'll take some of that. All right? I'm not here to cape for Trump. Let me let y'all know that one more time. I am not here to cape for Trump, for MAGA, for conservatives, for none of that. I'm simply here for the truth. And the only reason why I'm on this side right now is the side that has the most truth, far more truth than the other, is the conservative side. The only side that's doing some service for this country, in my eyes, based off of my own point of view, my own research, is Trump and the conservatives. And if you want to give me some information that will prove that to be wrong, I am totally here for it. All right? That's the only reason why I started paying attention to this and started talking about it so much and started pushing for it and it's the only reason why I voted for Trump in November. All right. Okay. Just wanted to get that out the way. Because just some of these places, man, I'm not here today going to do that at all. All right, here we go.
We are not cutting Medicaid in this package. There's a lot of misinformation out there about this, Jake. The numbers of Americans who are affected are those that are entwined in our work to eliminate fraud, waste, and abuse. And what do I mean by that? You got more than 1.4 million illegal aliens on Medicaid. Medicaid is not intended for non-U.S. citizens. It's intended for the most vulnerable populations of Americans, which is pregnant women and young single mothers, the disabled, the elderly. They are protected in what we're doing because we're preserving the resources for those who need it most. You're talking about 4.8 million able-bodied workers, young men, for example, who are on Medicaid and not working. They are choosing not to work when they can. That is called fraud. They are cheating the system. When you root out those kinds of abuses, you save the resources resources that are so desperately needed by the people who deserve it and need it most. That's what we're doing. And that's why this is the morality of what we're doing here is precisely right. And it comports with all the public opinion polls. When people ask whether young men, for example, who are able-bodied and have no dependents should be working, everybody says yes. And that's what our package does.
That just seems commonsensical to me. It just seemed like common sense to me. Don't it seem like common sense to you? It seems like common sense to me. But feel free to break it down to me. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Let me see here. People, gaming system. I seen a couple of videos earlier today where people are actually trying to take advantage of certain. Hold on, I said taking of government programs. Like I said before, man, I'm just simply here for the truth. Ruth. All right. Let me see. All right. What the heck is this? Check this out right here. This is another story that I want to share with you guys. Here we go.
I'm 30 years old. I have 4 kids, and I've been on welfare for 12 years.
Some people are on welfare for a short period of time, while others take advantage and are on it for generation after generation. Do you live in government housing?
Yes, since I was 18, but they put me out because I didn't report my boyfriend living there with me.
Are you employed?
No.
How do you feel about that?
I'm comfortable with it, and I feel like I don't need to look for one because I get a check from the government every month.
How much do you collect in benefits?
I get $780 in food stamps, $500 in tenant, and I get Medicaid and WIC. I'm 30 years old.
Now, y'all heard that, right? This able-bodied woman, 32 years, she's 30 years old. For 12 years, she's been receiving welfare, $780 for welfare, $500 something for housing, and she receives Medicaid and WIC. She get free insurance and WIC as well. So WIC, just in case you guys aren't familiar with WIC, because maybe y'all are rich. Me and my wife, we once had WIC for like a few months. We had WIC for a few months. We had four children. We were young, trying to get things together, trying to have our own property, do our own thing. And we had WIC for we had it for probably like 6 months. For like 6 months. That's where we were able to get juicy juices. You can only get things that were on the certificates. Certain type of infant meals and Prosobi, like when our baby were really, really young, when we had to make formula, so you can get formula with it and those type of things. But we were both working at the time we had it. They were giving this to us based off of the amount of money we were making at the time, because we were making very minimal, but we was trying to pay our own bills. We had our own car and all that other stuff, and we needed some assistance. We got assistance. When we got assistance, we were off of it. On, off. On and off. Right? That's how it's supposed to be. You get assistance when you need it, and then you don't when you don't need it. Right? And even that word needed, that's objective. Like, we could have stayed on it. Obviously, this young lady stayed on it for 12 years. For 12 years. She even got put out of her public assistance. She was living in like the lowest form of housing, public assistance homes, where they were still paying for it. Her next door neighbor probably paid $800 a month for rent. She probably paid $72 per month, because the government paid the rent for her. And then when they found out that her boyfriend was living there, they put her out, because it's a trade-off. This was always a plot against the impoverished community. It was They said that, look, we will make sure that these Democrats vote these black people vote Democrat for 200 plus years. And that's exactly what they did. Black women, y'all want the welfare, y'all want the handouts from the government, then you can't have no man in your house. Guess what? I see that as a good takeaway because my wife and I are the same way. If somebody need our help with something and you got a man in your house, an able-bodied man, we're not giving you no money. For what? What's that man doing? He get to sleep up in that house. He get to eat all the food in that house. He's making love to you and all that other stuff. And you coming to us for a handout? No. So that's how the government was too. If you're going to come to us for money and you got a man in your house, what you need us for? Because a man is supposed to get out there and get the bread and the butter and all that other stuff and protect you guys. What are we here for, right? So that's usually how that works. This young lady gamed the system for 12 years and probably still is. And she decided not to get a job. She ain't have nothing to do all day long. She could have gotten a job, but she thought it was sweeter if she just stayed on her ass, did what she want to do all day, and let the government pay her way for 12 years. Do she look like she need the help of the government? She don't to me. This is what people have been doing for a long time, taking advantage of the federal government, all of the services that come with it. And it's fraudulent. This is fraud. This is crazy, man. I seen this one video that I can't find right now, but when I do, I'll make sure I pass it on to you guys because this is absolutely insane. They're all for socialist programs. They're all for socialist programs. That's going to end up putting us in a worse situation, but it's unfortunate. I would say keep fighting a good fight. Keep voting your interests. And they're going to keep voting their interests too. People who are interested in receiving government handouts, they're going to vote for that. But y'all keep fighting a good fight. Hold on 1 second. Here's another one. Here's another one right here. This lady right here receives $2,700 in EBT. $2,700 in EBT. And she ended up buying a 2025 Benz with that money. Check this out, man. I don't know if y'all seen this yet, but this is what I'm talking about. Hit the like button, gang.
Someone literally tried to call me out because I get EBT, but I drive a 2025 Benz. It's none of your business what I drive and if I get EBT. Yes, I get $2,700 in food stamps and I drive a 2025 Benz. Who cares? And I'll be pulling out the EBT card from my Louis wallet. I'm just here living the life at your expense. Thanks, taxpayers. I just love being lazy. I love living off of others, and that's how I make my living. Food stamps, child support, you name it, I got it. Everyone has their own hustle, and this is mine. Someone literally tried to call me out.
Everyone has her own hustle, and this is hers, right? So her hustle is us. And she is cool with saying it, and she knows that there's not going to be no issues with her saying it. And now everybody's pissed off because their checks are being cut like crazy. Everybody's all over TikTok right now. Like, Trump is the meanest. Trump is the devil. Trump is the worst. He just now cut my food stamps from $800 a month to $55 a month. Yeah, it's because of stuff like this. People who say, and I'm pulling my wallet out of I'm pulling my EBT card out of my Louis Vuitton wallet. A $400 wallet, $500 wallet that might be inside of a $5,000 bag. This is what she's doing. $2,700 a month? How does the government even approve that? How do they approve that? What, you got to have 10 kids, a whole football team, and they calculate that, well, each one of them are going to cost probably like, they're going to eat like $200 of food per month each. The that's 10 kids, 2,000 per month. We'll give you an extra 700. Who approves that? What do you have to go through in order to get $2,700 a month from EBT, from the government? And then on top of that, if you're getting that, then you're getting you're getting the public assistance, you're standing public housing, you're getting free Medicaid, you and your whole family, you have free insurance and all that other stuff. This does not raise up a nation of strong individuals who do for themselves, who go out there and fish and hunt, who protect themselves. No, these are people who believe that the government got us. We don't believe in guns. We don't need them because the government, they got us. The police, they got us. The military, they got us. Nobody's going to do anything to us because if they did, the government got us. Well, idiots. Sometimes, never mind. I just think it's ridiculous, man. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. All right, let's go to our stories, guys. All right, so George Floyd was honored for 5 years of they did his 5-year anniversary. So in honor of George Floyd, I have a video for him too. Y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments below. Here's a video that I found to honor George Floyd.
You bring it up about the autopsy. I mean, I have to get right to it because this has been one of the most stunning, I would say, new pieces of information that came out of your documentary. This reporting that potentially there was federal pressure on the medical examiner who wrote this autopsy report that we're now showing on the screen to essentially alter it so that fit with the public narrative. Can you walk us through that?
Yeah, so basically this is also the first time that the FBI is called into a case in Minneapolis within just a couple of hours. It happens that quickly. And you have George Floyd's autopsy complete within 12 hours of his death. Obviously, they're waiting for toxicology results and such, but for the most part, everything is complete within 12 hours. So instead of releasing that to the public, you have these meetings going on for nearly a week with prosecutors behind the scenes, and including representatives from the FBI there as well. And we include a lot of that in the documentary, what's taking place. There is public documentation related to those meetings as you see this narrative change a bit. But you have 3 times the lethal limit of fentanyl in George Floyd's system, along with methamphetamine. He clearly has a bad heart with 75% of blockage in one artery. There's a tumor that many have said required quite a bit more testing. That seemed to be a factor as well. No strangulation marks, no bruising to his neck, no asphyxiation, things along those lines. But again, that received very little attention.
Yeah, so that's me honoring George Floyd. Okay, it's unfortunate that what happened to him, but that's all you're getting from me. Okay, and he was being honored on Memorial Day weekend, which is absolutely disrespectful. Makes absolutely no sense. And they was doing what you call it. What were they doing? They were doing they had a parade for him, a little small protest. And y'all remember too, where they were saying that Trump wants to be a dictator, and that he's going to have the military controlling us and have us, and he's going to have the military in the streets trying to lock things down and all this other stuff. Y'all remember when what's main man name that was running as Kamala's vice president would have potentially been Kamala's vice president if they would have won? God dang, what's his name? What's the daggone dude name? Oh, silly brother. What's his daggone name, guys? What is his name? Tim Walz. Tim Walz. Y'all remember when Tim Walz had the military in the streets? Y'all remember that? When they were just marching from home to home? Hold on one second. Let's see if I can pull this up right quick. Democrats don't ever want to remember this happened. They want to act like it didn't happen. But this was Tim Walz. Tim Walz actually did this. They were marching down the streets. Look. Forcing people to get in the house.
Get inside! Get in your house now! Let's go! Light him up! Go inside now! Get in the house!
Get in, get in, get in, get in, get in, get in. Get in. Oh, God, that hurt. You good? Are you okay? Right on the fucking crotch. Are you okay? You got hit? I'm good. They're both for that, dude. What? Okay.
Firing rubber bullets at people, man. Firing rubber bullets all throughout the city for COVID. But this is the same guy that allowed his city to be burnt down. Burnt down. All because people were protesting for George Floyd. They burning out people's businesses. Do you know how long it takes to build a business? Do you know how much you got to go through in order to build a business? Do you know how much pride a person take in their storefront, in their buildings that they own? This is mine. But Tim Walz was like, look, sorry guys, please forgive our citizens, but they are upset because one of their guys, one of their friends, a friend of this city, died by the hands of the police. So my hands are tied here. Bro, come on, man. They show absolutely no respect for people who want to do things the right way, but then be riding people be meat riding everybody that want to do things the wrong way. Why is that? Why do we support degeneracy? Why do we do that? How does that serve our nation? Even if we're talking about that's just something that the Democrats do, that's something that they do on the left. Why is that? How does that serve us? How is destruction, self-destruction good for our country? They're running up to people door to door, telling them to get back inside because of COVID. And if they don't, they're shooting them with rubber bullets. Get back inside. Like they're having fun doing it. But then when their citizens are walking the streets and burning down businesses and turning over cars and busting people windows, that's a protest? That's a way to say that we miss our fallen citizens, someone that means something to us? How is that protesting against the police for that? Like, come on, bro. That you're going to do somebody dirty like that and be like, man, sorry, you know I love you, but I got to break your windows. I got to throw this Molotov cocktail in there after we run up in your store and take as much as we want to take. A protest just simply means today, a protest means free clothes, free shoes, free TVs. We get to take your stuff and then we get to burn down your stuff. And then if the business owner was in there and started shooting at people who was breaking his stuff and running up in his, then he would get arrested. We have no protections and no rights anymore. It's like they're protecting the criminal at every turn. If somebody runs up in your house and you shoot them, you're going to be the one arrested. All because when they saw that you was in the house, they turned their back to you. They said, I'm leaving. You can't shoot me. That's the rules. That's the law. Huh? Before I leave, I'm going to stop inside the kitchen and give me a snack. F you and your family. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to take these keys to one of your vehicles here too. And we be back later to get it. It's ridiculous, man. Why do we protect degeneracy? Why do we support it? Why do we promote it? It's ridiculous, man. I think it's absolutely insane. So yeah, shout out to George Floyd, who was being celebrated. All right. Now we got another news. So apparently 11 people were shot in on Watson Avenue on Little River, South Carolina. 11 people. Not sure if you guys heard about that, but this is exactly what happened. All right, so let me pull this up for you guys right quick.
Broke his leg in a GSW.
All right, so this is what happened, guys. All right, so where's the story? Where's the story? All right, so at least 11 people were hospitalized following a shooting in Little River, South Carolina on Sunday night, May 25th, 2025, around 9:30 p.m. The shooting occurred on a mostly residential street near the Intracoastal Waterway in Little River, approximately 20 miles northeast of Myrtle Beach. All right. Horry County Police reported the incident as isolated, stating there is no ongoing risk to the community. They noted additional victims may have arrived at hospitals in private vehicles, but no details on suspects or the motives were released. A North Myrtle Beach police officer responding to the incident accidentally shot himself in the leg at a marina about 3 miles away and was hospitalized in stable condition. Video footage showed a significant emergency response with dozens of police cars and ambulances on the scene, indicating the scale of the incident. We don't know if it was Ray and them. We don't know if it was a white affair. We don't know if it was white people shooting, black people shooting. We don't know nothing yet. All right. All we know is that it was a bunch of shooting happening. All right, a bunch of shooting and people going crazy, losing their daggone minds. All right. Put the guns down, guys. Put the guns down unless you actually just going to the range, trying to sharpen up your skills. So that if somebody want to come up in your house and threaten your family, that's the only reason why you want to put them pick them guns up. So yeah, that happened. All right. Let me see what else I can find about this incident right here. Let me see here. South Carolina, Little River, South Carolina shooting. Put this in here right quick. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see here. Wow. A little kid was shot. Holy crap. What type of event was this? Okay, so here's some extra information that I just now came across. Apparently this happened on a dock. All right. All right, so apparently it happened here. Here's what's being said about this. An update on the reports of the mass shooting took place on the dock after a boat cruise. At least after the boat cruise, at least 11 people were rushed to the hospital with gunshot wounds. Heavy police emergency presence, along with a SWAT team that has showed up to the area of Little River Neck Road and Watson Avenue in South Carolina. So I'm not sure, but I believe it was from that function. Okay. Now let me stop scrolling through here because X can get a little crazy. And content creators, if you're ever live streaming, do not free flow through. Do not show your screen all the time on X, because they show everything on X. Everything. Did y'all see? It was one video where this guy was pulled over by the police, and he just stopped in the middle of the road, just stopped because the police was behind him. He just smashed on the brakes. And then he told the police, I have a gun in the car. And the guy was Middle Eastern. He was Middle Eastern, and he all he did was fuss and argue with the police officer. And he kept on reaching for his weapon, but the police officer was being nice. He kept on telling him, stop reaching for your gun. You already told me that you have it. Stop reaching for it. I just want to talk to you, let you know why I'm talking to you. You stopped really abruptly. Like, what's going on? They talked for like 3 minutes. He's trying to get across to this guy exactly why he called him in. Then the guy started getting a little aggressive, and he called for backup. He called for backup, and he called for one of his supervisors to show up. Supervisor showed up on the passenger side of the vehicle, as cover. And sure enough, this guy just pulled out his gun and started shooting the nice cop, the guy that was speaking to him with some respect. He was speaking to him with some respect, some decency. Like he wasn't trying to cause any issues with the guy. He was actually just trying to get across to him something like, yo, you're being a little irate right now. Calm down. And I see the gun right there. Stop reaching for it, please. Please stop reaching for the gun. The police, sometimes it's bad for police to be too nice. And in that video, I saw one. That was a police officer being a little too nice. So he started shooting the police, and the police officer on the passenger side, he started lighting his tail up, as he should have. He put a couple of holes in him, a couple of peepholes. And that's exactly what he get. But it should have been far earlier. But unfortunately, this is how police have to operate now. They can't control the situation the way that they once did. And we all want there to be better relationships between citizens and police officers. And we want citizens to be able to go home safely the same way we want police officers to go home safely. But this is crazy, man. The type of things that's happening in our country. We don't know how he got here. We don't know if he was an illegal citizen, a legal alien. That's what he was. And this dude is riding around with a damn gun and being disrespectful to the police at the same time. And the police cannot act immediately, or they'll be fired. They'll be locked up. They'll be, I can't even do my job anymore. My hands are tied. Who wants to have a job where they can't do their job? Like, bro, I just want to do my job. Now, we do realize that there's some bad apples out there. There's some bad actors out there. So they are trying to get things in place where, people are being treated with respect, or people not necessarily being treated with respect, because everybody don't deserve respect. Respect is earned. Respect is not owed to anybody. All right? Just let y'all know that, man, just in case you don't. But yeah. If you haven't seen that video, go and see it. I'm not about to show that to you guys at all. All right. All right, let me see. It's one more video I want to show to you guys. Let me see here. Oh, Phil Robertson from Duck Dynasty passed away at 79. Okay. The George Floyd anniversary. Yeah, that's it. All right, guys. Let me see what my people are saying inside the chat. Sorry, I stepped away for a minute. They are using fear in each accident. Absolutely. Too many bad actors. Mama, happy birthday to Mama out there. I don't know her real name, but a young lady inside the chat named Mama. She says she turns 39 years old today. So happy birthday to you. You're a young buck. You're a young whippersnapper. You still got training wheels on your bike. You can't get in the clubs. R.I.P. to Phil Robertson. Absolutely. I don't know the guy from Duck Dynasty, but yeah, you guys do. I don't know him. Here's something posted by, here he is right here, just in case you guys don't know who he is. Well, some of you probably already know him. I'm just now being hip to him.
I got it down to this. If you're pro-God and pro-America and pro-gun and pro-duck hunting, that's all I want. I got it down to this. If you're pro-God and pro-America and pro-gun and pro-duck hunting, that's all I want.
R.I.P. to the OG, man. 79 years old is a good life. That's a good life. Yeah, 79 years old, that's a good life. And being that upright and mobile, yeah, that's a good life, in my opinion. Here's one of his quotes right here. And it reads, I will never treat anyone with disrespect just because they are different from me. We are all created by the Almighty, and like him, I love all of humanity. Phil Robertson. I double dog dare anybody on the left to say this and mean this with their whole heart. You are not. They only love you if you serve, if you look at life the way that they look at life. They only love you if you vote the way that they vote. That's just how they go. R.I.P. to Phil Robertson, man. This is a great quote, by the way. It's a great quote. Let's see here. Oh, look at him. He was a QB in high school. He was a big deal in high school. Check him out. Phil Robertson. All right. Now, this was college, Louisiana Tech. Mama, happy birthday to you, Mama. The welfare system is set up to make you fail. As soon as you get a job, they cut you from everything, not giving you a month to make the money to pay your bills and rent. Yep. They want you to depend on them 1,000%, and they make it very difficult for you to find another way to get off. Yeah, shout out to Phil Robinson, man. And thank you so much, Mama. I appreciate that. And happy birthday. Hopefully you enjoy your birthday. Yo. Yeah. Look at what somebody wrote, man. R.I.P. Bozo. People are something, man. I swear to goodness. People are something, man. I promise y'all, this place is just, I don't know if I like it sometimes. Just keep it a buck. Not sure if I like it sometimes. All right. Thank y'all so much for pulling up and being a part of this whole thing. I am Van. This is the Morning Vantage. Everybody that's in the YouTube coaching course, we are going to meet today at 11:30 a.m. 11:30 a.m. Pull up so we can do our thing. We'll only be there for like an hour. If y'all, only an hour. I'm not going to take y'all Memorial Day. Y'all go ahead. If you want to pull up, ask any questions, feel free. Y'all already have the link for it. Everybody else that's considering being a part of what we got going on, check out the YouTube course that's in the very first link in the descriptions below. And anyone that can afford to have a team behind them doing all of the work for you, full production, reach out to me with the word VIP via email. My email is below as well. And you can see what it offers if you go to the link for the YouTube course as well. It will show you everything that the VIP offers. Everybody else that's doing content creation, my one nugget is this. Check out StreamYard. Use StreamYard to do your videos and to check out other videos while you're doing them, like the dude. You know how I do the split screen, and I keep on going from different views on my layout. I do all of this on StreamYard. I do all of my meetings here in StreamYard, my group calls on StreamYard. Once you shoot your videos through StreamYard, it's saved in the cloud on StreamYard. It don't even save on your computer. So it doesn't bog down your memory or anything. Like all of your videos save straight to the cloud. All right. And if you have an editor, they will grab it straight from that cloud and do what they have to do, and then upload it back to your YouTube or wherever you want your content to go. All right. That's pretty much all I have, man. Love y'all. Keep on loving yourselves and everyone else. And I will see y'all on the next live stream. Again, this is Van, Morning Vantage. And here is the outsee. And whoa. Everybody who submitted a super chat, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Happy Memorial Day to you and your family. All right. And all of my blues who help out all the time. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. And so does every other content creator that you work with. They appreciate you guys. And if they don't say thank you to you, I have to. Thank you so much. All right. See you next time. We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace.